So whenever we are dealing with the cloud computing technology, so there are lots of confusions whenever we talk about the cloud computing cost. So sometime we heard that cloud computing is very less expensive, and sometime we heard that no, it's really expensive. So it's up to the solution, it's up to the problem, and it's up to the scenario from for which you are trying to adopt the solution. Second thing is that whenever we talk about the security solutions or security problems regarding the cloud computing technology, so again, cloud computing is not that much secure whenever we are trying to compare this technology with the on-prem infrastructure, because cloud computing infrastructure is completely exposed over the internet. So that's why if you want to secure your cloud computing infrastructure, so you need lots of tools, lots of firewalls and other stuff to protect your infrastructure. And in the same manner, if we talk about to transfer our complete on-prem infrastructure to any cloud platform, it might be Azure, it might be Amazon or Google Cloud. So in that case, cloud computing is definitely very expensive, because whenever we are operational inside our on-prem infrastructure, so we have number of VMs, we can optimize the infrastructure, we can make lots of changes without involving any additional cost. But when we talk about the cloud computing technology, so here when we shifted our all infrastructure, including the firewall, switches, virtual machine, storage, XYZ, the whole infrastructure, so in that scenario, cloud computing will be really expensive. Doesn't matter on which platform you are going to implement or migrate your infrastructure, but there are a number of solutions, there are a number of scenarios, there are a number of situations where cloud computing really good. So in this series, we are going to cover all those scenarios for our audience and for the cloud computing learners, so that can easily identify whenever they are going to deal with the cloud computing industry, and they try to produce the solutions for their customers. So in this regard, the first series is going with the cloud computing in the case of or in the scenario of disaster recovery. Hello and welcome to all of you on my productive and industry oriented training platform. So before going with the deployment and understanding of disaster recovery infrastructure on the platform of cloud computing, whenever you are dealing with the Amazon, Azure, Google Cloud or any other cloud vendor, so we need to understand that if we are working as a cloud professional, or if we are working as a cloud consultant, it's our core responsibility to understand the client's requirement, to understand the organizational requirements and provide solutions accordingly, and that solutions must meet the customer and the client requirement according to their budget as well. So same goes for the disaster recovery. But before going with the disaster recovery understanding and deployment, we need to consider the existing scenario and the problem which our client facing right now. So the important thing is that my client is providing 24/7 services. They have enterprise level data center, and inside that data center they have physical host machines, they have virtual machines, they have number of applications, switches, firewalls, storage devices, and number of other stuff which is operational inside the data center. Now, as I said that my customer is providing 24/7 services, so they have a single data center. So due to any natural disaster, if this data center is went down, so definitely my organizational business will be compromised. And if we consider the second scenario, let's suppose that if any kind of major hardware failure occur, so still definitely we are in a problem. And in third situation, you consider that if any kind of major power failure occur, so again my data center will be went down, and there are lots of human errors also involved, due to which our services or our applications or our data center services might be interrupted. So when I consider all these scenarios, so I need to provide a kind of solution which is generally acceptable for our clients regarding the budgeting, regarding the implementation, operations and cost as well. So if in this scenario, if I suggest them, they need to build the same data center in any other country, so it would be not possible for them, because if I implement the same data center, so it will cost a lot, and then after the implementation of this data center, the administration, monitoring and other operational costs are also involved. So in this scenario, if I talk about the cloud computing technology, so in this case, cloud computing technology is very less expensive. If I talk about the Amazon disaster recovery solutions, or if I wanna go with the Google Cloud disaster recovery solutions, or if I want to adopt Microsoft Azure disaster recovery solutions, so these are tremendous for this kind of scenario. So generally, whenever we are dealing with the client requirements and they need to build the same data center, or they want to clone their data center on any cloud platform, so in this regard, the disaster recovery solutions are really important, and we must suggest that you need to go with Microsoft Azure, because whenever we are going to compare the disaster recovery solutions between top three vendors, which are Google Cloud, Amazon and Azure, so Azure is on top due to its budgeting, due to its compatibility, integration and support on all platforms like Microsoft, open source and Macintosh as well. So in this scenario, you must have to go with the Microsoft Azure Site Recovery. So basically, this tool, which is known as Microsoft Azure Site Recovery, is provide a complete solution on behalf of which you can replicate your complete data center to the cloud platform on Microsoft Azure. So whenever you deploy Microsoft Azure Site Recovery, so this implementation will replicate your existing data center to Microsoft Cloud platform. And whenever any kind of natural disaster occur, any kind of power failure occur, or any kind of hardware failure occur at any level, so you just need to switch on your cloud computing services, and your all operations, your all functions, your all implementations working in a same manner, without any downtime, or without any latency, or without compromising your business. So whenever we talk about the cloud computing solutions, they are good, but not all cloud solutions fit to all situations in all scenarios. So being as a cloud consultant, being as a cloud professional, it's my core responsibility to provide the solutions according to the client requirements. I hope that you like this session, and in the coming scenarios, or in the coming sessions, we will definitely discuss those ideas which generally adopt by the cloud computing industry. Thank you very much.